I hate powered speakers. I don't know why. Let's figure it out together and talk about one powered speaker that I may be able to live with. Big thank you for today's sponsor. It is Weem. Probably the best deal in hi-fi. It's a fully functioning streamer. You have Apple AirPlay 2. You have Bluetooth. You have Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, 10-band graphic equalizer. You can optical right out of this into your DAC, or you can plug in a 3.5 millimeter to RCA and run it right into your existing system. Now Weem has the Pro version. It has a full-size RCA input. It's also an external DAC, so it can take in an optical connection, a coaxial connection. It can be hardwired to your internet, and it has a trigger out, so it can turn on some amplifiers. Weem Mini and the Weem Pro is available right now on Amazon. Links in the description. Weem is changing the music streamer industry because it's affordable and it's awesome. Check out the links in the description and the pinned comment. Thank you, Weem. So there's probably going to be a bit of a powered speaker rant today, but this video started out to be about the ELAC. It's their new powered speaker. When I say new, it's come out within the last couple of months or so. There's a few reviews out there on it. It has a 3/4 inch soft dome tweeter, I think a 4-inch woofer here, slot port on the back, HDMI eARC in, full-size USB, full-size optical, has a phono stage in it which can be turned off just in case you want to use that as a regular RCA. And then it connects to the other speaker down here, right there. It's got a pretty good function set here. Volume right here, and then the cool thing is this can be switched left, right, left, right. Nothing wrong with this speaker. Frankly, I like it. I had it pulling soundbar replacement duty in the living room. Sorry, I had to go get another cup of coffee. Had to make another pot this morning. One moment. Ooh, that's yummy. It's hot though, hot. I don't get powered speakers. Okay, let's just step back a little bit. These have a subwoofer output, okay? So I was running a sub. They have what looks to me to be a very nice waveguide. They have great soundstage and imaging. Their sound signature is not fatiguing. They're pretty good looking. They're not bad. They're tiny though, tiny. And here's the problem. A lot of these powered speakers look the same. They look darn near identical. Looks like these are almost a pair, doesn't it? These could be a pair of speakers. However, they're from a different manufacturer. One is a U-turn, one is an ELAC. Now, nothing wrong with either of these speakers. Actually, these are the two powered speakers that I like the best. I think they sound the best. Maybe with the exception of the AbramTech X50, which incidentally was $500 when it first came out. The regular price dropped to $400. Now, there's a $100 off coupon. So that powered speaker, which also has HDMI, which also has a phono stage, now $300, fully functioning remote. This isn't a video about the AbramTech, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you that there's a screaming deal on the AbramTech powered speakers. And they're actually bigger. They have a bit of a different design characteristic. And it's not just ELAC and U-turn. Again, nothing wrong with these speakers. I think they sound great. They have good features. I start to have a hard time reconciling their price though. It's not just ELAC or U-turn. There are a ton of powered speakers that all share the same basic footprint. Speakers from Aperion Audio, speakers from, well, Monoprice, whole bunch of different ones. That would tell me that these are probably coming out maybe the same manufacturing facility, or that there is some liberal borrowing of design cues for a lot of these speakers. Again, I'm not saying that that's a problem, because I think other people do it. But it seems like there's a race to powered speakers, and I get it. I've talked to some of my patrons about this, who they aren't really big fans of powered speakers either, but it seems like everybody is running to this powered speaker destination. There is a new NAD, and that thing costs around $1,500. I saw it at the CDS show. Guess what? It's got different colors, but it looks almost identical to the ELAC, to the U-turn, to the Apurian. The one great thing about the ELAC is it does have HDMI ARC. It does work. It sounds great. It plays bigger than it actually is, which I hope it does because it's tiny. Now this one's kind of heavy because this has got the, that one has the amplifier in it. I would surmise that this is a product not really meant for audiophiles. Unless it's some, maybe it's your summer cottage that you just want something that's easy. And these are easy. They are very convenient. They do work and they sound good. But most audiophiles that I talk to, even ones starting out, are not interested in a powered speaker. They're interested in starting to mess around with an external DAC, an external power amp, or at least a power amp that has volume control, EQs, turntables, things like that. This can support all of those things. But there's also some choices made with this speaker that I kind of don't agree with. The speaker cable that goes from speaker to speaker, which I'm not even going to show you. It's a pretty thin cable. The ends are tinned, which means they're just covered with solder. Bose used to do this, so they connect easier. So there's no banana plugs on the ends. At least Apurian Audio gave you banana plugs. And the cable wasn't really that wide. I guess I kind of get that you're probably not going to have these very far apart. On the flip side of that, if it has an HDMI input, if it has a phono preamp, then I would imagine this thing is going to be next to a TV in an apartment, in a vacation home, for somebody that's just getting into the hobby. So they should include a longer speaker cable. I know, I'm splitting hairs here, but it's the mentality about these powered speakers. I love ELAC. Love ELAC. I love their VP over there, Chris. He is an awesome guy. But I don't get why everybody's putting out fundamentally the same product. There are a few differences here and there, but it's the same product. And I'm glad these ELACs sound good because there is no tone controls. There is a bass boost function, and the remote control looks... The remote, it's good, it's functional, but again, it's a carbon copy of remotes that are coming out of China. There's nothing wrong with subcontracting stuff. I would probably argue that even the passive speakers are subcontracted. I don't know about the powered speakers, though. Are the powered speakers all coming out of the same place? I don't know why I grabbed the ones that have the amplifiers in them, because they are heavier. But there is some differences in the woofers. The U-turn looks to have a bigger surround than the ELAC. But come on, they're not that different. Powered speakers are here to stay, I think. Even though I don't love them, even though I know a lot of audiophiles don't love them, they're not going anywhere because I surmise, I would guess, that Klipsch, Polk, they're selling more sound bars than probably passive speakers. I don't know. Maybe Klipsch sells more passive speakers. Point being is that there is a big market for sound bars. You can go into Walmart and choose from probably 10 different sound bars. Going to Best Buy, there's more sound bars than there are passive speakers if you don't have a home like that Magnolia home theater. So they're here to stay. I just wish some of these companies would really differentiate themselves. Imagine a powered version of the ELAC B5.2 or even the B6.2. Put some DSP in there, bring up the bass a little bit. Now that would be a powered speaker that I could get behind. If you are looking for a powered speaker, then one of the things I think you should buy to go along with it is a Weem Mini or even the Weem Pro. Not just because they sponsor the video, because it gives you a fully functioning streaming platform. I'm not trying to crap on the ELACs because they do sound good. They sound great. They could be a replace, and I have a big room in the living room, so they could legitimately replace a speaker in there for a soundbar replacement, and music sounds pretty good. There's a lot of convenience here, but there's also a ton of competition out there. I would rather buy a powered speaker from ELAC than probably even from Klipsch. Even though the Klipsch 5s have come down in price and they have an EQ now, if the ELACs had an EQ, if this was a bigger speaker, think B5.2, B6.2, some type of EQ, some type of, at the very least, bass, mid-range, treble control. So you kind of have like a 3-band equalizer. You put that in something that you've already created, I think you have a winner. Look at the SVS Prime Wireless. A little bit bigger, and there's a little bit more going on in that speaker. I think SVS is a couple generations ahead of some of these folks that are just now getting into powered speakers, or affordable powered speakers, like ELAC. Love ELAC as a company. I love this product. I think it's a little bit overpriced though. And I do not understand some of these products that are $1,500 from the likes of NAD or PSB. I can't remember. NAD and PSB are owned by the same company. But I don't get that product. I don't know who that product is for, unless they're trying to position themselves as being like an upscale speaker company. They could sound fantastic. They could change my life. So that's about it. Out of all the powered speakers, the ELAC's probably the one for me because it has all the connections, HDMI and everything. Because it sounds good. Because it's not fatiguing. But if there's anybody watching, and I doubt there is from a manufacturing standpoint, do something different. Because it's very hard to stand out when you make a product that's almost identical to all the competition. So, if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon. Patreon-only Zooms, Facebook group, Discord server. You can use the links to buy these products. They are affiliate links, which means if you click and you buy, I do get a commission, but it doesn't cost you any more. You can also sign up for Tidal Music, Amazon Music, or Rune, links in the description. Click sign up. Even if you quit, I still get a couple of bucks. You can also use the thanks button to buy me a cup of coffee. But don't feel compelled to buy me anything. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen, maybe through your new ELAC powered speakers, and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.